My name is Quentin Jackson. I box, I play basketball. Well, I used to play basketball. In the urban impact stuff I've been in, I did basketball, I did summer day camp, I did Geneva trips, I did college trips. I want to say the Monday nights because I stayed going there because it was like a place to go to without being in trouble and everything. Because black person like me stay off the streets. That's a good way to stay off the streets for real. And it was a good way to learn about Jesus. This was like a couple years back. I was in North Carolina, basically with my church. And technically I didn't know Jesus at the moment, but I knew him a little bit. So I was out there with my church in Bellevue. And so we was out there, and then I forget what type of night we had some type of night where we was singing and doing all this Jesus and stuff and about coming to the Lord and everything. My confidence wasn't really that high at the moment, and then ever since then it's like my confidence it boosted for real. Like I got better in the sports I played, I got better in school, I got better in all different types of stuff whenever I got into Jesus. Urban Impact brought me up in life, in too many different ways. It helped my confidence boost, it helped my testimony with God get better, it helped me walk better, it helped me look at other people different, it helped me stay out of trouble a lot too. We just was like, why not start a little FaceTime group? We was just talking about certain verses that we had already talked about in Bible study. And sometimes them FaceTime calls would be like 2-3 hours. We was just trying to set up for 30-minute conversations, something slight, but it just turned into a full-blown conversation about Jesus. And it just helped us ever since too, because it helped us learn about him throughout our type of perspectives instead of somebody else's perspective. And since me, Sean, and Moses is close friends, it helped us grow into him more, learning about that. One thing that I really learned in Bible study is how to communicate better. I'm not really that communicative still. I'm a shy person here and there, but I learned how to speak my mind more. Necessarily you can't really force somebody to come. So it's always good to put that bug in their ear, to at least put a little something in there about Jesus, because who knows, down the long run he might come through, or he or she might, finally learn about him, or might finally learn about Urban Impact. Just putting that bug in their ear helps it out a lot, at least. Don't ever just give up on somebody. At least put that bug in their ear so they can at least try to learn about him. Because I had heard about Jesus years ago, and I had heard about Urban Impact years ago. But me having that bug in my ear, it's like, all right, something keeps clicking. Something with that group that told me to go is getting better. So I might as well go, and then that's what happened. I found better relationships. I found people that I could lean on whenever stuff's going on. I found connections, to help me with stuff like school. There was this one time we was at basketball practice, right? We're running, and everybody's just cruising through the cause we doing down and backs, so everybody's just cruising through the down and backs, right? Next thing you know, I'm getting tired, I'm dazed, I'm just keep going, I started walking the laps. Coach Rocky's like, what are you walking for? Why are you walking? He was like, God put his hardest warriors in the hardest challenges. And ever since then, my energy has been something crazy because of that. Because I never look at nothing as hard as it looks like. Because God will always put his toughest warriors in the worst of battles and all of that. So that's just something that I really look at, that Coach Rocky told me. That's true in a lot of people's lives that had hard lives. cause God wants you just to perspire and try to work through Him and try to follow Him. Sometimes there's going to be ups and downs. You're not always going to have ups. There's going to be downs. God challenges people. So as long as He's challenging people, if He's challenging you, He cares about you because He wants you to work through it. If He's challenging you. For me to be honest, somewhere in trouble, honestly, because I was always getting into arguments with people. I was always getting into fights all the time. If Urban Impact wasn't there to help me, mold myself and look at stuff that different, because there's always another way with getting in trouble and all that. There's always another way. You don't have to always end it with violence or end it without violence. There's always a different way. So if Urban Impact wasn't there, I'd probably be somewhere in trouble. I'm not really in high school right now. Technically I'm in college, but I'm doing spring. I'm going back in the spring. So what I looked at, I am trying to turn pro for boxing. So we're gonna see how that goes. But I feel like as long as I got Jesus with me, it's gonna be fine no matter what I do in life. Like, say if I don't turn pro, say if I don't finish college, it's gonna be fine as long as I got Jesus with me. He's gonna help me out throughout the way.